Hey! He's here again!
Well, I never. Henry!
Hey!
Henry!
I'm glad to see you.
Matthew! Fritz! You're alive!
Of course we're alive.
You can't get rid of us that easily.
I'm almost surprised how happy I am to see the pair of you are all right.
We are now, but we barely made it.
Yeah, it was hard. Fritz ran like a little girl.
Really?
Bollocks! Bloody joker.
Tell us what happened to you.
They gave me a pretty good thrashing as well. It was only in Rattay that I got back in my right mind.
You're not doing too well either, are you?
Right now, I'm a squire for Sir Radzig.
I see you've worked your way up.
And how are you two getting by?
It's shit.
You said it. We're still chopped off to bits. Owe the monastery a bundle. And there's no work here.
Not for anyone with more than half a brain, anyway.
No one's interested in two good carpenters in Sasau.
No one.
And we looked everywhere.
Hey, you wouldn't happen to know of anything?
It will really help us out right now.
I'll find you something. You can rely on me.
Thanks, Henry.
We'll pay off the debt. Don't you worry.
Okay, so we need to help these guys out.
What other neighbours of ours made it?
Your hunker's in the monastery. That girl really helped us out. That's about all we know. When we ran for it, we helped Teresa. But who knows where she is now? We got separated.
I owe my
Roger,
life to Teresa.
Henry.
She hauled me unconscious to the mill in Rattay and nursed me back to health.
I'm glad she survived. Since you know her so well, why not try asking her if she knows about any work?
And where would they hire you to?
Well, we were carpenters in the mines, so wherever they work with wood, I suppose. Forget about construction. After Skalitz, no one will be building for a long time. Just here in Sasau, and they don't want us here. The best chance we have is to work at a mill. People always have to eat. Ideally, we're looking for a job that pays a lot and doesn't require much work. See you later.
Okay, so we'll have to do that. Okay, we're finally back at the mill where Teresa is. What's the doggy doing? Digging a hole. Anyway, we're here to do the not Rattay tourney, a friend in need quest, and we're here to ask Teresa if she has any idea where they can find work.
Hail the conquering hero.
We're not gonna be doing that quest just yet. Oh. Yep, let's ask
Matthew and
about
Fritz
Matthew and
and their
Fritz.
regards.
They survived. My God, I'm glad. They helped me out a lot. And where did you see them?
In Sasau. I bumped into them in front of the tavern. Where else?
And how are they doing?
They're doing fine. The monks brought them back to health. But they don't have work, and they're in debt. You wouldn't happen to know of any jobs going for two lazy carpenters?
Not here. And I think it will be the same in all of Rattay. It's overcrowded with refugees and they're all looking for work.
That's bad. Those two need work badly. To keep them out of mischief. You know what they're like.
I do indeed. Try the mills in the smaller hamlets. The miller in Ledechko is old. Maybe he could use some strong hands.
I will. Thanks.
Okay, so we should head to Ledechko next. Not gonna be doing any of these other quests, though I do want to find out what asking about the dog gives me. Maybe I'll get a companion from that. Anyway, until we get to Ledechko, that's it for this area. Okay, we have arrived in Ledechko's Miller to look for work for our friends.
God watch over you, good knight, especially in these dark times. Can I do something for you?
You've been working at the mill for a while now, haven't you?
Pretty long. Why'd you ask?
I heard there's a possibility of finding work here for 2 talented carpenters.
That depends on how talented they are.
I'd say they're talented enough.
We'll soon see. But go talk to the miller about it, all right?
Of course. Is the miller very strict?
The miller isn't, but his foreman doesn't give the workers anything for free, besides kicks and insults.
Well, hopefully that won't happen. They're good men.
I'll be happy if that's true. Take care.
Okay, this must be the Miller.
God save you.
Teresa, the millmaid, sent me. She said you could use some help.
Some extra pairs of hands would be useful. What do you have in mind?
My friends, 2 survivors of Skalitz, are looking for work.
And why should I take them?
They're experienced carpenters.
Why not? Carpenters would be helpful. There's a lot of work here at the mill, and I'm not as spry as I used to be. Thomas, my foreman, tries his best, but he ain't up to that kind of work. But they aren't idlers and drunks, are they? I only take in people who are willing to do hard, honest work.
I'm from Skalitz, and I know them both personally. They worked in the royal mines, and their master couldn't praise them highly enough.
In the Skalitz mines? That's skillful work. I'll be glad to talk to them. Tell them I'll give them a chance. We'll talk about pay and a roof over their heads when they get here. Good luck then.
Okay, looks like that went well. Now we just need to go inform our 2 friends, and that should be good. Let me walk my horse out here, because sometimes it just gets stuck when I want to run myself. Wait, which town are they in? Oh yeah, they're here at the monastery. Here. I think I'll fast travel there. Hopefully I don't encounter any trouble on the way. Okay, looks like we finally arrived back in Sasau. So let's inform Matthew.
Hey, how'd
The monastery wants their money? What's
The
that?
monastery wants you to pay for treatment. That doesn't sound right.
leave it be, Howell?
Okay.
If you say so. I want to get better at fist fighting.
Certainly.
I'd like to practice the basics.
All right, but it'll cost you. Now, pay close attention.
Okay, nothing else, right,
Okay.
for him? Nope, nothing else.
Look then.
Let's talk to Matthew. Training, what kind of training? Stealth? Nah, we already have stealth at maximum that we're allowed to
The
do.
miller and Ledechko would be happy to meet you.
You really found work for us?
Of course. I couldn't bear to look at those sour faces of yours a moment longer.
Thanks, Henry. Only
What?
the reward we talked about, well, we haven't got 2 groschen to rub together.
Yeah, I pretty much figured.
Nah, that doesn't matter. You'll pay me when you have it.
That we will. Stop by and visit us in a week. We'll pay you back as soon as we get our first wage.
Okay, so I'll visit them back in a
God be
week to see how well they do. Anyway, that was the end of that quest. Until next time, I suppose, we'll go check out the monastery and see what's up with that. They wanted their money back. I'll go ask questions over there. Until next time.